So through the love for your teacher, to your teacher, you get a taste of the love beyond everything. And you get a taste of infinity, and you get a taste of immortality. So we welcome you to the Art of Sufism. Wir heißen euch herzlich zum Programm Die Kunst des Sufismus willkommen. This program is a program which is held in German and in English. And the reason for this was that we believe that we get an international broader audience for this. And this combination of this in-person teaching with online teaching, combined also with historical material, which I think is very important because it's also very beautiful when you hear and see where the history, where it comes from. So this is also, it gives you a new taste also. So we will also have 2 times some kind of Q&A, some kind of digital sohbet. This is not so much problematic. Questions can be answered also over the Zoom camera, so we will do also this. We have 4 different modules which are also in this quarterly structure. So you all 3 months you get new videos, you get new audios, you get the PDF, you can study this at home. And then we have also the meeting. In each quarter we have 1 meeting, a whole day. Here we can practice and discuss all these things which are unclear, and also come to a direct experience and also to connect to each other. So in a way, life and art is also not different. To live your life is an art, and to live art is to live your life. So for me this is very close interwoven, and this was also something which drove me in the beginning to this special path, because it was from the beginning like we get taught it and learned it from our teacher. We get this in combination. There was the path, the spiritual path of Sufism, which was combined with the art and the therapeutic part of all this. So this was connected. It was connected in the person, and it was also connected how it was taught. I found a person which could give me a home, a guidance, a feeling of secureness, a feeling of freedom, a feeling of peace, a feeling of openness and tolerance. So this is very, very important, because I'm sure I could not follow this path when I not found this type of quality. I was very young. I also had this rebellious person in me, which a lot of people have when they are young. And you need completely the right balance and the right guidance, that you find your way through this, also all these difficulties. Because you go and you even don't know where you go, and you also don't know how you are guided, if you are guided, and you try to relate, and you realize with the time that the problem is not the situation or the questions or the answers, it's how you relate. But you need 1 year or 5 years or 10 years to realize that your relation, how you relate to the teacher and to the universe and to the unity is something which is not working or has to develop. This development is called in Sufism the development of the nafs, of the nefs, and in German this is the Triebseele, where it starts very low with the basic form of your instincts. The person, this is also very similar to other great religions and traditions, where the ego structure, which all greed and envy and not possible for compassion, and putting yourself in the middle of everything and experience yourself as the king of the universe, and everything has to turn to you, and if you are on the autostrada, everybody has to go left and right because the king is coming. So this, I don't have to explore this more. We know the ego structure, which is only interested in oneself. If you start to get closer, if you start to get in this path, then the nefs slowly start to develop. From this first stage, they describe it as a process of 7 stages, but some different tarikats, paths are also other descriptions, but not so important. More important is this process of lifting yourself up and going in this direction. But this direction is only possible when you confront your own pain and your own story. For this, in Sufism path, we have methods, and some of these methods, inshallah, will also be a theme in this program.
لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا ضائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم
Experience your own ego structure, and this is only possible in a very close relationship to a real authentic teacher, and then this teacher gets to a mirror where you can experience your own helplessness, and also have all the time, you as a student all the time have the decision all the time stays with you. So you decide if you can and want to continue. There is this pulling process from the unity. They say when you go 1 step to the unity goes 10 steps to you. So you have you start the process, or you make the decision to do the process, but then starting from the other side also an energy, and this energy is pulling you. So you get more more and more of this desire. And this desire is essential because it's all what it is about. We can also now go back to the literature where you have the lovers, the one who is falling in love, and he's so blind, and through this process of that he falls in love, he loses all control, he loses all his senses, and he loses all his mind, and it gets worse and worse. And he can't live anymore, and he can't relate anymore to the normal life. He can't relate to all his earlier aims and material life properties. All get focused on this one interest, and this is the one which you love. So this is the story, this is a Sufi story. That's the story of a person which goes the path of Sufism. You lose everything, and only the love for this unity, love for this oneness, love for God, Allah, or whatever you want to call it, stays. So this is a love relationship. And this process of love happens through the heart. So the heart also a spiritual center in all traditions. You find it in Taoism, you find it in Buddhism, you find it in the Hindu tradition, you find it in the Christian tradition. Everywhere it's very important, but in Sufism it's the core. It's the core, because this love process nowhere can happen, only through this awakening of the heart. So the heart is in a sleeping process, and through this desire which starts to pull you, this heart starts to open. And all this process, inshallah, we try to look, we try to awake, we try to bring it to life, because this is what the program, the art of Sufism, should be about. This is the essence of what it should be about, to feel what is possible, to go this path which bring you bliss, peace, knowledge, real love, compassion, light, freedom, and happiness. The combination of the fine arts with the art of Sufism can bring also this feeling of coming home. This feeling of coming home is this feeling that you can, on a very deep level, that you are recognized for this, what you really are. And that is all therapy about, and that is all spiritual path about, to get recognized and to also then one day have the capacity to recognize others. So for this, I'm very thankful. Thank you for listening. Inshallah, you are interested, and if so, you can reach out down. We have a formula where you can put some questions in German or English, all possible, and please reach out, and please come when you feel this desire is also in you. Thank you very much for listening.